Okay. Okay, I think we're live. Hey guys, it's Samantha Studebaker-Carl and Sandy Root here with Team Wild of IC, and this is our first training webinar on using the Cybernetico live platform. So this is going to be kind of a test run, guys, and so if you can see us and you see that we are live, then go ahead and comment in the chat area. I did see that Cy and Terry, you both commented over there, so I do see your comments, so that's awesome. And if you see my comment and you can see us live, comment over there. I think there may be a delay. I don't know how that works yet. I guess we'll just kind of see how it goes. And so anyway, you guys are going to help us kind of test this out. And also, of course, we're going to be doing the training.
It's our first training webinar.
Hold the time.
You can't tell we're on Tom's team, can you?
We'll call it a Tom. We'll pull the Tom.
That's so funny, right? Oh, goodness. So hopefully you guys can see us. But that does kind of confirm, though, that there is a pretty good delay because it started playing like, I don't know, we were 30 or so seconds into this. Okay, awesome, Terry. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, cool. So today, basically, what we're going to talk about is capture page setup, landing page setup, and setting up your autoresponder and putting your first message in there. And you know, the reason I wanted to do this training is because I know that there's quite a few new people on our team that I'm not even sure if you've gotten that set up yet, and if you followed Tom's training or not, or whatever. But we wanted to go ahead and do a training for you just so you could hear it from a different perspective, and you know, because everybody trains just a little bit different. And if you have questions, go ahead and just post them over there in the chat area and let us know as we're going along. But like I said, there is a little bit of a delay, so just beware of that. And otherwise, I'm just going to get right into it, unless Sandy, if you have anything you want to add before we get going with this.
Let's get into it.
Okay, cool. I think there is a way to submit links through this this chat, but I don't know how to do it. So we'll play around with that when we get to the part where we're going to put a video on our landing page, because I am going to share my Facebook strategy video where it's doesn't talk about how to do the strategy. It's just the opt-in video that people get once they opt into my list. And then Sandy has a video that she uses for when people opt into her list, and you guys will be able to use those videos on your landing pages if you want to. And then I know if you're in our team and you've been in the IC Dream Team group for a little while, you've probably gotten access to Tom's video as well. So you'll have kind of a variety of whatever you want to use and however you want to create your own pages. And of course, if you can create your own video, then that's even better. So because then when people opt in, they see you on video, and it doesn't even have to be a real long video. It can just be a hi, thanks for joining, or you know, thanks for jumping on my list. This is what I've got going on. It's really cool. I like it. You know, go sign up. You know, something like that. It doesn't have to be major. So okay, so let me go ahead. I'm going to switch over to. Let me get on the right pages here. Let me close out some of the things I have going on in the background. Hopefully, I can do that without it causing problems to our webinar.
Okay, finally I got my lighting correct. Sort of. Why am I so dark? Anyway. If you saw me moving around a lot, I'm trying to figure out my lighting here at my mom's house.
Okay. Hey, you know, I do have a question for everybody out there. Well, and I'm assuming if you're on here, you did get the automatic follow-up that comes from the webinar platform. I'm still trying to figure out that whole side of it, and of course, once we get a little bit better at it, we'll do a training on how to play around with, or how to use the webinar platform. Okay, so let me get these extra windows shut that are not important. And let's see here. Okay, so now I'm gonna. Okay, so I've got those. All right, so what I'll do first is I'll just kind of show you some examples of what I'm using, and then that way you can kind of see what we're playing around with. Sandy, do you want to grab your capture page link also, and we can show everybody yours as well and your landing pages or page?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch to screen share. All right. Minimize that. All right, and if you can watch the comments, Sandy, that'll be awesome while I'm on this section here. Okay, so let me just show you the opt-in page that I've been using for my main, you know, anytime I'm talking about the Facebook strategy and that kind of thing. And can you see my screen okay? Are you there?
Sorry, what?
Can you see my screen?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay, oh, wait, you know what I need to do real quick? I need to make sure I'm boxed so that it stays on me. Okay, here we go. All right, what was I going to say first? Okay, so here's my opt-in page. Okay, so I'm just using this, yeah, I know that, Google. Okay, okay. So this is the opt-in page that I'm using anytime I'm talking about the Facebook strategy on Facebook or Google Plus or YouTube or wherever I am, and I'm just going, hey, you know, I'm doing this Facebook strategy and it's working so awesome, and I'll either say, inbox me for details or go here and check it out, you know, and when I say go here and check it out, I'll put my link, and this is the page that they land on when they do that, okay? And so basically I'm just saying free video reveals how I'm using a crazy simple Facebook strategy to generate 6 figures this year. And so you guys can play around with this. You just want to make sure that your headline is going to be catchy. So, you know, it's going to offer them something and let them know that they're going to get it for free, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, so this is the page I'm using. And Sandy, did you get your page?
Yep.
And you want to send it through the chat back here?
Oh, I opened a few of them. Let's see.
All right, so then this is the one that Sandy is using, because she's using a little bit more personalized message on here because she was able to create $1,200 over one weekend. So she said free video reveals how I made $1,200 over one weekend while I was enjoying time away by using one strategy and how you can model it now. So that's a really powerful message because she's using her own proof, basically, that is, you know, sharing with people, hey, I'm going to show you how I'm doing this, and you can learn how to do it too. So that's real powerful. Okay, so then, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and opt into your list here, Sandy, so we can see your landing page. I'm just going to use a generic email that I have.
Hope it works. No, I'm kidding.
It works. Okay, so then on Sandy's landing page, she just says, learn more about our tool suite and how this can add 6 figures to your portfolio this year. And then, of course, she does a little video where she explains what she's doing and how it works for her. And I'm assuming you kind of tell a little story about your $1,200 that you made. Is that right, Sandy?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then, of course, when you hit continue, that takes you over to the Cybernetico Live, or the Cybernetico Live, main Cybernetico page where they can actually, you know, learn about it and register. So this is her main Ingresso Cybernetico affiliate link. And so it's just really simple. They opt in, they go to a video, and then they can go straight to, you know, the sign-up page, basically. And then for mine, let me just grab, mine's just slightly different. Okay, so mine, I'm talking about the 6-figure success with Facebook, and of course I have my video where I talk about the crazy Facebook strategy. And then down here, I just put my picture, and I have a list of the team bonuses that you get. Now, whether you use my strategy or whether you use Sandy's strategy, it doesn't really make any difference. It's up to you as to what you want to do and what seems to work for you. You know, and everybody is going to be different. But then on here, click here to learn more. I went and did something just slightly different. No, I didn't. I did the same thing. Never mind. I was thinking of a different funnel. So anyway, it's the same basic formula. I just used a domain name for this URL instead of the link, which I just forwarded this domain name over to my Cybernetico link. Okay? Everybody following so far? Am I going too fast?
Good for me. I like the bonus addition there. People love bonuses, so I'm going to add that. That's a good idea.
Cool, cool. Let me think out here. Okay, so that's what I wanted to cover for the moment. Okay, so we all did that. Now, one thing I want to recommend that you guys do is to purchase your own domain name from like GoDaddy or something like that, because what you can do is when you have your own domain name, you can create multiple versions of subdomains where you can forward them to different opt-in pages or different landing pages or different, you know, social profiles or whatever it is, using all one domain name. And my domain name that I use pretty often is profitwithsam.com. So then when I go and I create a subdomain and send them to a specific page, I can call that like facebookstrategy.profitwithsam.com or facebookprof.profitwithsam.com, you know, or youtube.profitwithsam.com, you know, so you can do any number of different things when you have that domain name. And you can get a domain name from GoDaddy for like, you know, $9 or something like that. And if you've never used GoDaddy, then of course you can get your first one for like $3 something. So you want to go ahead and make sure that you do that, because that'll make it easy for you to share your landing page versus having this big icleadpages.com / blah, 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 you know. It's easier to share facebook.profitwithsam.com than it is this. So I recommend that you get a GoDaddy URL so you can do that. And then to learn how to do subdomain forwarding and whatnot, you can just Google it and you'll find a video on how to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in here, and I'll just start showing you how you set all this kind of stuff up. And so we are going to go into our Ingresso Cybernetico and go to, actually we're going to set up our autoresponder first. And the reason we want to do this first is because when you create your list and your form ID and all of that kind of stuff first, then when you go to create your pages, it'll already be ready. So you can just go boom, boom, boom and get each part done, versus creating one and then going to your autoresponder and creating that and then going back to your page and all that kind of thing. So we're going to start with our autoresponder. So you're going to go to the autoresponder service. And by the way, guys, I wanted to mention to you real quick, in case you aren't aware of it, that Ingresso Cybernetico has just implemented a new, what they call smart order. Actually, I think they've been talking about it, and it may go live on Monday. But when you do that, you're going to get a bonus of like 20,000 subscribers in your magic responder, which I thought was just huge, or I thought it was really awesome, because that's a huge amount of subscribers that you can have for your autoresponder compared to everything else out there in the market. It was like with Aweber, I was paying $29 a month, and the max that I could have was 1,500 subscribers. I mean, that was just crazy. So to be able to get 20,000 subscribers simply for setting up, you know, auto payment on your monthly subscription for Ingresso Cybernetico, that's pretty freaking awesome in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, once you log into your autoresponder, you're going to go over here to where it says autoresponder and then click on autoresponder again. And if you've not ever created a campaign, there won't be anything here, so you're just going to click on create a new campaign. And this is pretty much straightforward with whatever you want to name it. You just fill out all this information. So our campaign name, I'm going to create something instead of having it have all these random numbers. So we're just going to call this the I don't know, Facebook strategy. Just for general purposes, and of course you can name it whatever you want it to be based on whatever it is that you're promoting, obviously. And of course we're going to be talking about using this to talking about our Facebook strategy. So we're just going to do that. And your campaign details, that's whatever you want to name that to. I'm just going to call it the same thing. Now if you were going to create multiple campaigns for an advertising strategy where you wanted to track your opt-ins for every single thing that you're doing, then obviously you would want to let yourself know, okay, what this campaign is all about. So if you're doing a PPC ad and you have 3 different pages and you want to make sure that you're tracking the autoresponder, or you're tracking your opt-ins for each one of those lists, then you would create a campaign for each separate one so that you could track all that. Okay, name of campaign manager, obviously that's going to be me. Email of the campaign manager, again, that's going to be me. And then over here for your company name, that's whatever you want it to be. If you have a company, then name it your company name. Or if you want to just have it be your name, then it can just be your name, which that's what I just generally put in here. And then your company URL, this one, this can be, a link back to your social profile. It can be a link to your landing page. It can be a link to, your YouTube channel. It can be anything. If you have a blog, you can put that in there. For now, I'm just going to put my blog.
While we're on the domain name kind of thing, before I just wanted to mention, Terry wrote, we get the 1 free domain through IC. So you were mentioning GoDaddy before, but also don't forget we all have 1 free domain through IC, so you can make your own domain through there first. And if you want more domains, then GoDaddy. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Sandy, have you gotten your domain name yet for Ingresso?
I haven't yet. I actually didn't, because I have so many into GoDaddy that I use. So
right.
IC, so I never did it. Yeah.
One thing that I noticed in there with Ingresso is that with the hosting, the web hosting, it wants you to set up your domain name first before you can do the web hosting. So I am not 100% sure that we'll be able to do the subdomain creation and all that kind of stuff. I just don't know enough about it, but I do know that it will be dedicated to your website if you do that hosting. So at least for your main URL. So what I'm talking about is so that you have an unlimited resource of being able, or not unlimited, but you have a resource that you can create a ton of different landing page URLs just from one single domain when you go to GoDaddy, because I think it's like 250 subdomains for every main domain. And if you're confused on the subdomain thing, of course your domain name is yourname.com, and a subdomain is facebook.yourname.com or superstrategy.yourname.com or whatever. So that's why I recommend using GoDaddy. It's because it's super simple to use for creating those subdomains, and then you buy one URL and make 250 different ones out of it. So. Okay, and then here's another reason I'm going to suggest this as well. Okay, so right here where it says name of email sender, of course that is going to be you. And another thing that you can do here also with the name of email sender is because you've got to remember this is what's actually going to show up as who the email is from when people receive messages from you. So one of the things that I tend to do, not all the time in everything, but it depends on what my campaign name is about, is sometimes I'll do something to the effect of, secret Facebook strategy. And Samantha, or something along that line. So let's say you've created a list that says, maybe you're going to give away blogging tips or YouTube training or, you know, Facebook marketing tips or whatever. You can sit there and you can name your from so that it shows up in their email inbox and is very obvious as to what that email is all about. So it can increase your open rates when people know what that message is for. If it's just a name of a person, they may not remember you if it's been a while since you've emailed your list. Whereas if you put Facebook strategy or something like that and Samantha, then that's going to be more obvious. Make sense? Okay, so now this email of email sender, this email address is super, super important, because if you use a free email from Yahoo, odds are going to be really good that your email messages are going to be blocked, that they will not be received by the email opt-in subscriber. And the reason why is because a lot of spammers have used Yahoo free email addresses, and so a lot of email services will block people that send email from those email addresses. I actually had a member sign up not too long ago, and she used an email, a Yahoo email address in this email of sender, and I didn't get any of her messages until we changed her email address to a Gmail. So you can use Gmail, and that seems to work fine. I don't know why Gmail is better than Yahoo, but it seems to be. But the other option is that when you purchase a GoDaddy domain name, you'll automatically get at least one free email account, which then you're going to have a unique email. So whatever your main domain name is, it'll be, you know, you can make an email that's you@yourdomainname.com. And that's a powerful thing to have in here too, because then you're unique and you're very unlikely to be blocked by email servers when you're sending your email messages out. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I tend to use my sam@successwithsamantha.com, because that one I know it's not going to get blocked for spam. Okay, then all this kind of stuff, what page do you want your website, or on which page of your website do you want to send people when they confirm their subscription? What we're going to do for this is we're actually going to turn this off. We're going to turn off this double opt-in thing for this particular method. So you can come down here to where it says enable double opt-in, and you want to disable this. And basically what that ends up doing is it automatically will just put people on your list, and instead of having them have to confirm that they want to be on your list. Does that make sense? So for this method, we're just gonna disable it. Now, if you were going to create a newsletter and give away tips, then you would want to enable it, because I can tell you more about that when we do a different training. But for now, just disable it. That's the simplest way to make sure people end up on your list. The next thing is get notified when leads opt in. If you want to know every time somebody opts into your list, put your email in here so it'll send you a message and say you got to opt in. And you really want this, because then as people opt into your list, they're going to show up in your email messages, and then you're going to have proof that you're getting opt-ins onto your list. Make sense?
Exciting.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you realize, I mean, you get a message every time someone opts in, you're like, woohoo! Another lead.
Celebrate each little success. Yay!
That's right. That's right. Okay, and then select your campaign time zone. Obviously, you want to pick whatever you are. So we are, let's see, Eastern time, Atlantic. I don't know. I've been picking Atlantic time on here. Somebody mentioned something about making sure it was GMT -4 for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because of daylight savings time or what, but. Okay, once we get all that done, then you just want to go ahead and create campaign. Okay, so now you see that we have our campaign name here, which is our Facebook strategy. It's email campaign because, of course, Ingresso has the text messaging campaign options, but we're not going to go into that right now. There'll be another training on that at some point. Excuse me, but it says inactive, so we want to activate this campaign by clicking on Activate Campaign. So now it's active, and what we want to do next is we want to create a form, because the form is what we need. Oops. The form is what we need in order to put the ID in on our opt-in page, so that the opt-in page will know where to send our subscribers. Okay, so we click on here and we go to create opt-in form. And then, of course, we want to make sure we're doing it for the strategy or for the correct campaign. So if you have more than one, you'll see that they all show up in here. We just want to use this one because this is the one we just created. And none of this stuff on here matters because we're not actually going to use this form. We're connecting to a page, an opt-in page, so we're just going to click on Next. And then I'm going to change my form name so it's not just a bunch of random numbers, and I'm going to call this the Facebook strategy again. And then I'm going to click on Done. All right, so then that shows us our form name, and then here's our ID number. This is the number that we're going to use on our opt-in form when we create that in the pages, okay? So we're just going to leave this page open so that we can come back here and grab this form ID. Or if you wanted to, of course, you can copy it and stick it on a notepad. So we can do that as well. Okay, so then we're going to jump back over to, okay, so far, since we've covered that, does anybody have any questions before I go into creating the pages? Let me jump back over here real quick.
None over here at the moment.
Nope, that's not the right page. That's the page. I'll give you guys just a second, since there's a little bit of a delay. Any questions so far? Everybody good? You feel like I'm explaining it in a, you know, easy to understand way?
I feel yes.
Okay, cool.
Looks like we have some non-Team Wild people watching. Haha.
How do we get that? How can you tell that? Where are you seeing it?
Under attendees. There's a tab, yeah.
Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, maybe, like, I don't know. Okay. Well, if there's no questions, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next thing. Yep. Okay, good. Good, good. All right. And I don't need this page open. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and refresh my Ingresso Cybernetico because it likes to time you out sometimes and, you know, log you out inadvertently. So I'm just refreshing it before I start something new. Okay, so you're going to go under Products and go to IC Lead Pages. And then we're going to go ahead and click on Create New Page. And now this is where you're going to pick the page that you want to use. And of course we can create, you know, we want to go to opt-in pages. And then you just want to scroll through here and look for one that is going to resonate kind of with your audience, whoever you're trying to target. And that's completely up to you. It's all about your personality, pretty much. If you want to attract people that are similar to you, then pick something that resonates with you. And let's see here. So I'm going to do something simple here. I'm just going to go ahead and paint right here. Okay. I'm just going to create, I like this one. It's got the butterflies on it. So we're going to go something a little bit different this time. Okay. Do what?
I said purdy. Purdy.
Okay, so these pages are so simple to edit. I just absolutely love how easy it is to, you know, to do this. And so up here, I don't want to have this IC Pages thing up here, so I'm just going to click on it, and then I'm going to hide it. Now, if I wanted to put my own image up there, I could, you know, I could put this. Let's see. I have to show it again. Yeah, so I could put that up there if I wanted to, but I don't want that. So anyway, point is you can add a picture. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and edit our title, and so let's just see. I'm just gonna delete all of that and go with new video reveals. Got people walking up here. And can you walk over and talk someplace at a distance? Thank you. Okay, so free video reveals, and then we can put the little dot, dot, dot. And, you know, as you saw on Sandy's opt-in page, she had a little bit more space in there, so I went ahead and, you know, I'm just going to put some space in there. We can say crazy book strategy. Oops.
Very.
That's, I don't know. What should we write this time? I don't even remember what I had on my other one. That's, now I've lost my train of thought.
Rocking this world. No, I'm kidding.
That's a good one. Right. Oh, that's
helping the brand newbie. I don't know. You spelled crazy wrong, by the way. You spelled
didn't I? I thought it looked funny.
Crazy in a crazy way.
That's the one I was looking for. There we go. Not a R. I was looking at that. I'm going, why does that look wrong? Okay, crazy Facebook strategy. That's turning newbie marketers into six-figure earners. Let's go with that.
Cool.
Under a year. How's that sound?
Sweet.
I don't know. You guys can play around with it. Creating titles on the fly is not something I'm really great at. I actually have a couple of different tools for creating great headlines, and if you are at the 300 board, a member of the 300 board, there is bonuses in the files section. You just have to let Sandy or I know that you want to get access to those bonuses, and in there I posted 3 different resources for creating awesome headlines. I've got a swipe file, and I've got 2 headline generator tools that you can take advantage of. So those are great things to use because it can give you lots of ideas, you know, kind of just coming up with something. Look at me. Coming up with something on the fly is not something that I'm great at. So, but anyway, so then you want to just kind of make some of this stuff stand out. So I might underline Facebook strategy. I might make, you know, newbie marketers italicized, you know, just kind of make stuff stand out. Okay, so then the next thing that you want to do, and we learned this in secret training that you guys will have access to if you are a presidential member, that teaches a whole lot more than what I'm about to share with you. But the point is that when you go and put something to the effect of free video will be sent to the email entered below. Will be sent to the email entered below. Or no, how about this? Let's go with this. Where should we send the video? Where? We send the video, question mark, with a little asterisk thing here. And I want a little more space, so I'm going to go ahead and hit it enter there. So as you can see, each time you click on one of these, it takes you to the section where you can edit it. Okay, and then I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to have this say free video will be sent to that email address entered above. Okay, and so the reason why we say to do that is because then that is going to help reduce the number of people that enter fake email addresses to get your information. So just kind of putting that there, where should we send the video, and free video will be sent to the email entered above. Now, of course, since we have turned off the double opt-in, it doesn't matter what they put in there. If they put an email address in there, even if it's fake, they're still going to get that video, but it'll reduce the number of people that are able to do that. And like I said, we'll talk about the whole double opt-in thing in another training video and how you can kind of take advantage of that to create more leads and whatnot for, you know, doing other kinds of marketing campaigns. But I just want to keep this one simple, okay, guys? Okay, so we've got all that done. Then if we want to change the text on our button, we can do that here. I'm just going to put an exclamation point on there. Click on done. Okay, so then the next thing that we want to do is we want to attach our autoresponder, okay? And this is where we need our form ID. So like I said, you can either go back over to this page in your Magic Responder and grab this ID, or if you pasted it on a notepad, you can grab it from there. And you're going to post it right here, okay? And you know what? I should have created the landing page second. I should have done this completely backwards because this is actually where we need our landing page URL. Okay, so we'll have to come back to this. Okay, so we're going to go done with that for the moment. And then we're going to name our page. And okay, go ahead.
Sorry. While we're in here, I just wanted to mention that you know, you can also put your background pick. I don't think a lot of people know that, but you can change the background with your own picture that you want to put in. So there's a link for change background image, which I created.
I'll show you that here in just a second. One thing I want to mention on the page name is because of the way that all of your capture pages are going to be listed in your Ingresso Cybernetico back office, you want to make sure and name this a name that helps you remember what the page is, but yet you also have to remember this page name is going to be public. It's going to be what shows up here at the top on the tab for when people subscribe. So if you don't want it to look like this, where it has some random letters and numbers, then change it to be something that makes sense to you and also is going to make sense to your opt-in subscriber. So I'm going to put like crazy Facebook strategy. Okay, and then like Sandy was saying, is down here it says change background image. If you click on that, and you want to use one of your own images, it tells you down here, it says recommended image size is 1500 by 797. So you can, you know, pick any kind of background image that you want. You can just look for free background images on Google, and you'll find stuff, and you just use the same kind of things as you would for like a desktop background. So anyway, when you choose the file, just like you would choose a file when you're searching on your computer, it'll upload it, and then let's see here, see if we can get it to, sometimes my computer acts a little glitchy with Ingresso. It's not going to let me do it. Well, anyway, you'll just click on it and it'll show up on there.
Oh yeah, for some reason I don't think the background image was working on certain capture pages. It works on some but not others. Maybe that's what it is.
I've noticed that with me, it just kind of depends on what I've edited already on that page. Sometimes if I do the background image first, it pops up like no problem, and then other times if I do a bunch of editing and then I try and do the background image, it won't do it. And I don't know if it's like you know, too much information in my computer's cache and it's getting confused since it hasn't been saved yet, or I don't know what it is. It's just sometimes it's glitchy like that. If it doesn't work, then, you know, save the page and come back later and try again. You know, or maybe you have to try a whole new page. But obviously, this is a lot quicker to do if you're just doing it on your own and you're not having me explain it to you. Or you're not trying to explain it to somebody. Okay, so we've done all of that, and we've got everything. Hopefully, it's all spelled correctly, all that kind of thing. And then I'm just going to go straight to publish it. You can always come back and edit it. But sometimes if you click on save, it doesn't actually save it, and then it takes you to someplace else, and it doesn't save your page, and you got to start back over. So I just always go straight to publish. Nobody's going to see it until you share it anyway. So we're going to click on publish. I thought I already did that. Autoresponder service. Oh, I forgot to select it here. So select your magic responder. Then put your form ID in. Then you're done. Now we can save or publish. Okay, so then it's going to take you directly to the URL page that is the one that you want to save. So we're going to save this URL right here. Put this on our notepad. Because this is the URL that you're going to need when you create your subdomain with GoDaddy or do any kind of forwarding or anything like that. Or if you want to use Bitly or any of those little URL shorteners, this is your share link. Okay, guys? Okay, anybody have any questions so far on creating the opt-in page?
Terry says, that's not a question, but a comment. Glad to know that about the background image. I thought I was doing something wrong because I couldn't get it to work either. I'll try changing the background page first next time before entering other data. Cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, otherwise no questions at the moment, but if anything pops up, I'll let you know.
Cool, cool. Awesome, guys. Yeah, I've noticed that with Ingresso, the capture pages and sometimes the autoresponder, it just acts a little wonky here and there. And I know that they're constantly doing things to improve the system and whatnot, so I'm just like, okay, no big deal, start over, or just, you know, try again in a different one, or whatever. Sometimes it works good, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. I think it has something to do with our computers and maybe our browser. I mean, you know, we got to figure that they're creating this web page to be as compatible with everyone as possible, and yet, you know, we're all using different operating systems, we're all using different browsers, we're all, you know, our computers are all different, so you just never know what, you know, what is going to trigger a little glitch in their website, and you just got to be patient. It's going to be more, it's awesome now, but it'll be even more awesome as they keep on growing and becoming better and better.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go ahead and create our landing page. And again, I'm going to refresh my back office to make sure I'm still logged in. Okay, looks like I am. So then we're going to go back to our lead pages again.
Saeed has a question. How can you test your opt-in pages and capture pages? So just so you know, whenever you can get to that.
Okay, as soon as we get everything created, then I'll take you through the step-by-steps on how to test and make sure everything's working. Okay, so we're going to create a new page again.
I'm just stepping away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, no problem. And, okay, so I'm going to show you, first of all, how to just do a simple one like what Sandy created, and then I'll come back and show you how to do one that has like the bonus section like I have on mine. So let's see here. We want to, I just want to click on all templates so I can just kind of look at all of these. And you're just going to kind of scroll through and see which ones seem to be closest to what it is that you're wanting to do. Oops, see, it's just random things happen. Pages up till let's just go to sales pages. That'll be simple. Okay, so we're going to go with this one here, I think. But let's look at all of them. Okay. Yeah, that one or this one. And guys, kind of take a look at the coloring of the text. You know, they all have something different. Some of them have like a gray bar across the top. Some of them have a blue bar. You know, use one that seems to be the best as far as your personal opinion on the way that it looks. And some of it has like text that's aligned to the right side with an image on the left side. Some of it's centered. You know, you just got to play around with it until you find one that works for what you want it to look like. So we're just going to go with this basic one here where everything is centered. And then when we get here, we can look at it and make sure, okay, this is pretty simple. So we can go ahead and click on our title. And I would just follow this with basically the same thing as what I had on here. So learn the crazy, the crazy Facebook strategy. That's all I'm going to say. Just keep it congruent. Oops. What happened here? Why are you white? Oh, you know what it did? It copied the formatting and everything. No, don't do that. Oh, I see what's going on there. That's interesting, actually, that you can actually copy formatting.
Yeah.
Okay, see now it's back to blue. Huh. So there's something to know, that if you want to change the text color, you just go and copy it from some other page that is a different color, and you can make it a different color. Okay, so actually what I'm going to do then is, since it's white, I'm going to paste it in here in my notepad so that it'll remove all the formatting. Copy that and paste it in there. That should do it. There we go. Okay, and I might say something to the effect of learn the crazy Facebook strategy that's turning newbie marketers into six-figure earners in under a year. And of course, we can go and edit the way this looks by, putting your cursor in and doing, however you want it to look. See how I'm doing that? I'm just putting my cursor in wherever I want to change it, and then it just reformats the way that it looks. So I put it back in here. So we just want to make it look, ooh, that was weird. I wonder why it did that. I see. What? Don't shrink up. It's not cool. Okay, and then if you want to change this, you can. And I like to say something to the effect of, get this and never struggle in your online business ever again. I like to put stuff like that. And of course, if we want more spacing in there, we just add spaces before and after, and that helps kind of reformat it along here. And if I wanted to remove that italics, actually I think it was pre-formatted to be italic. The bold never works. I don't know why not, but you can underline it or strike through it or whatever. Okay, so I got that. Now our video, I'm going to give you a really cool video tip that can make it really simple to get how you want it to be for your video. I have this tool that I like to use, and let me grab it really quickly. Where is my tool? Let's see if it's down here at the bottom. Okay, VTube Tools. Okay, guys, you can find this tool at vtubetools.com. I'm going to see if I can send this link through the through our live chat thing. Oops, wrong page. I keep jumping to that page. Okay, let me see if I can just post it in here. If that comes through as a link.
No, you have to copy it.
It what? Oh, you have to copy it. I wonder how they were sending links through. Maybe you send it through the offers. Nope. I have no idea.
Who was sending links through?
What?
Who was able to send links through? Because I never saw that. When I saw Dwayne do it, it wasn't clickable either.
Oh, really? Okay, maybe I just thought it was. Okay, well that's cool. Anyway, guys, copy and save that vtubetools.com because I'm going to show you why it's so powerful. I like using it. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to. I don't even need this page open. Let me get here. Because I want to use this video, so I'm going to grab my video URL. And by the way, guys, I'm going to go ahead and send you this link as well. So if you guys want to use this video, you can. And I'll probably put this in. Well, I will. I'll put this in the Facebook files section, so you'll have access to use my video, or you can use Sandy's video if you want to. It's completely up to you if you want to do that.
Yeah, we can make a file in the.
Do what?
Yeah, we can make a file in the group with videos, I guess. Or
Yeah, I think it'll be a good idea.
all of this, yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to where it says share, and we're just going to grab this whole URL, minimize that, and then we're going to jump back over here to our VTube tool, and right here it says put the video ID or URL here. What they want is everything after the equal sign on your YouTube video. So what we're going to do is we're going to paste our URL in here, and then we're going to delete everything in front of this /. Actually, I don't know why it says equal sign, but either way, it's just this ID at the end of your YouTube share URL, okay? And then what we want to do, what this does is it actually helps us format it however we want, because you know, we want our video to automatically play when people land on this page. And if you don't use this tool, you got to find the code that shows you how to create that as an embed code. And if you just use this tool, you can just click on yes, and it does it. Same thing with the size of it. On our page over here, it says 602 by 432. So we can edit that here. Okay. And if you wanted to have your video start at a different point in time in the video versus the front of the video, then you can edit that. But I'm basically just wanted to autoplay. I want to get to the correct size. And then you can kind of look through here and see if there's anything else you want to edit, which I always turn off the display related videos. So when they get to the end of the video, it just brings it back to the beginning and stops it versus showing related videos. So I turn that off. Okay? And so that's a real powerful thing I love about this tool, is that now all I do is just come down here and click on Get Code, and it gives me the embed code that I need. And it shows me, it shows me what it's going to look like. Okay? So what I'm going to do is right here, I'm just going to grab this iframe code, this whole thing, copy that, come over to my main page, or my main page, that's what it's called right now, but I'm going to come back over here to my landing page, and I'm going to insert the embed code in there, and it's going to automatically stick it in there. Okay? So that's a super simple way to get your embed code and have it be what you want it to be and do what you want it to do. Okay, so then we're going to edit this text here. Okay, and we're going to remove this. We're going to remove this image because we don't want that. And we're going to change the text on our button. And then this is where we're going to put our links that we want to send them to. And for this case, we're going to use our Ingresso Cybernetico affiliate links. You're going to log into your back office and choose one of the links that you want to use. And I'm just going to use this English home referral link. That's what I'm going to use for this one. Or you can use this English registration referral link. Let me just show you the difference, in case you didn't know. One of them takes to the home page where they can see the IC tool suite, everything you need, join now. And it takes them to this video so they can learn a little bit more before they go to register. Okay, and when they're ready to join, then they click on the join link and it takes them over to this page. Okay, so you have the choice between using that link or using this link, which takes them directly to this page with this video. I've been just kind of playing around using, sometimes I use this page and sometimes I use the other one just to kind of see if it makes any difference. So it's completely up to you which one you use. But either way, you find all your links back here in your back office. Okay? So then you want to go ahead and put that link in there. It looks like you can change your button text font. That's new. Huh. Yeah, like I said earlier, they're like editing and improving our system pretty frequently.
Whoa. Nice.
Yeah, you can change that. And your button color, I guess you can change that too.
Sweet.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I didn't actually want to change the button color though. Let's go back to orange. How do you orange? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're going to go with that. And, oh, your text color. Is that all text color? No, that's button text. Huh, okay. Well, I'm not going to mess around with that. We don't have time for that. We want to be here all day. So we're going to hide this. We're going to hide all these little images as well. And then we're going to hide this text down here at the bottom. So see, this is just real nice and short and sweet, easy. It just has a video. Says click to get started. Click here now. Here's your video. Okay, now when you name, let's see, we got everything. Okay, so that was the link. When we had that, it took us to our opt-in. And let's see here what else I wanted to go over. I think that was it, other than the exit pop-up. Okay, so I always leave this enabled because when they go to exit the page, it's automatically going to pop up and say, are you sure you want to leave this page? So you want that there, just in case they accidentally hit the X button when they're like closing random tabs, you know. You want that enabled. And then, of course, you want to name your page, something that you're going to remember. And so this one I'm called the, I think I called the other one Facebook Strategy. Maybe I called it Crazy Facebook Strategy, but either way, this one I'm going to name Facebook Strategy Video. So that way I know in my back office list that the Facebook Strategy is the opt-in page and the Facebook Strategy Video is the landing page. And, oh, I guess I did name it Crazy Facebook Strategy. Let's do that. And so as you can see also, the tabs show the name that you put up here. Okay? So then again, we're going to go ahead and click on Publish. When we see that it automatically played, it has the video, everything looks the way that we want it to look. And if we click on the link, it takes us to where we want it to go, which is here. All right.
Hello.
So I just hit the back
Hey
button to
guys,
get back
it's
here.
Samantha.
Okay. So then this is our landing page link. So we want to copy that. We're going to post that over here on our little notebook, our note page. Put that there, and this is going to be our landing page. And I encourage you to, save a little notepad of all your landing pages and whatnot so you can have easy access to them so you don't have to log into your back office every time you want to share a page with someone. Okay, so we've got that. Now what we need to do is we need to go back to our opt-in form so that we can add this page to our opt-in form. But before I do that, does anybody have any questions so far about creating the landing page?
There's nothing over here at the moment.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to go back over to our Ingresso back office again. I'm just going to refresh and make sure I'm still logged in, which it appears that I am. So then I'm going to go over here to my lead pages again. All right, and then I'm going to scroll down to pages and find the pages that find my opt-in page. And of course, I'm looking for my crazy Facebook strategy, which it doesn't look. Oh, there it is. Nope. Oh, you know what? I have one named that already. I wonder if it called it like Facebook strategy number 2. I guess it didn't. It just gave it another ID number. Okay. Well, either way, when you do it, you're only going to have that one that you just created. You're not going to have multiples of them. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go to this little menu, and we're going to, right-click and open this in a new window because we may want to keep that open in the background. Okay, so once we come back over here, we want to go into where it says Edit Autoresponder and enter the redirect URL, and that's going to be your landing page URL. Copy. We're going to paste that in there, and then we're just going to click on Save, and it's going to tell you it's saved. And so now we have our opt-in page created, we have our landing page created, we've created our autoresponder so that it's all set up with the first campaign, and now we want to test it and make sure that everything works the way that we are expecting it to work. So I'm just going to close this, and we're going to start with our opt-in page. And I'm just going to go to this page because we don't need this one. I'm just going to paste that URL there, click on enter. It's going to take us to our opt-in form, and so then now you're just going to enter an email address in here and make sure it does what you want it to do. So I have like a whole bunch of just random extra email addresses strictly for the purpose of testing. So I'm just going to put one in here. And actually, I'm going to use a live mail because I would have to log out of my Gmail that I'm in right now in order to get to that one, and that may bump me off this webinar, so I don't want to use Gmail. I'm going to use live mail instead. I'm going to do this one. Click on the button. So now we're expecting it to go to the landing page, which it did. Okay, so we know that it went there. Then we're going to click on this link and make sure it goes to our affiliate link, which it did.
Hello.
Pause that video. Okay, so now the next thing that we want to check is we want to make sure that that lead showed up in our autoresponder. So we're going to go back over to Ingresso, go to our autoresponder service, and click on View Subscribers. Nope. Glitch. Go back. Why are you being wonky? Quit doing that. Dang it. Does that ever do that to you, Sandy? Where you go to click on the menu and it just takes you to a different page?
Oh, yeah.
That makes me crazy sometimes. Okay, so let's just go to Autoresponder this way instead. Okay, and then for our Facebook strategy, we can come over here and look at our menu, and let's see here. Maybe you can't see it from here. Maybe this is, oh, there it goes. Now the menu pops up. Okay, so our Facebook strategy, as you can see in here, it already says 1. And if you click on it, you're going to see that here I am. There's my email address that I just opted in, so you can see that everything is working as far as when they put their email address in, they land on your list for 1. For 2, they go to the landing page, and when they click on the button on the landing page, that they end up to your affiliate link. Okay, so that's how you test everything to make sure that works. Now, if you want to one thing that we didn't do yet, and I'm going to show you how to do this, is to create your first message in your autoresponder, because obviously you want this person to get a message as soon as they opt into your list. So let's go ahead and do that. But before I do, does anyone have any questions so far?
Nothing over here.
I'll give it a couple of moments for everyone to, or for the webinar to catch up.
I don't know if you were using that landing page. There was a typo on it, just so you know, to go look at it later.
Oh, so I have a typo on this one?
The sentence didn't make sense on one of them. Get this and never online business ever again.
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to use this one because I already have. But yeah, that's one thing you want to do. Double check your spelling, obviously, and your wording and all of that kind of thing. So, but thank you, Sandy. Okay, so if there's no questions, I'm going to go to show of hands.
Just type something. You ever put in an email address to check your pages and it says that email has already subscribed? I use several different email addresses because I don't have that many. How do you get around this to be able to see how your page is looking?
Oh,
well,
okay.
If it's already subscribed, you can unsubscribe it and then, or just create a new email address.
The best way to do it if you're testing your own actually is once you're in here and you see that you've opted in, you can go over here and you can delete yourself off your list. So you can just click on delete. And then you can opt in again.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately they haven't fixed that. They haven't made it an option where somebody can just opt in and land on the same page that they landed on before. I wish that they would fix that so that, you know, if somebody forgot they opted in, they can still get back to your video if they want to, if they have no idea how to get there. But it is what it is. They're constantly adding stuff to it, so I think eventually it'll get to the point where they have that set up that way, so you don't have to worry about that. But either way, you can just delete yourself out of your list and opt in again. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our first message. And what we want to do is we just want to click on Autoresponder. And then we're going to come over here to where it says Manage Campaign. And you want it to give you the menu versus take you to a completely different place. There we go. Okay, so then we want to manage autoresponder messages. And of course it says you haven't created any campaign yet. Click here to go, what? Created any campaign? Oh, okay, whatever. I guess it said we haven't created any messages yet. That's what I want. Okay, so anyway, you're going to click on Create a New Message. They word things kind of wonky sometimes, don't they? Okay, so basically you have the option to just do a plain text message or an HTML or a combination of HTML text, and I just always choose HTML because that gives you all the options for creating links and adding images and doing all that kind of stuff. So you're just going to choose that and then wait for this to populate. Maybe I need to refresh it. I don't know, that's kind of one thing that I've noticed also is the more time that I spend working on in the system, the more likely it is to get glitchy, which makes me think that it has something to do with my computer's cache, like it's getting bogged down or something. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm actually going to go ahead and log out of all of this. Let's see, I don't think I need all these open anyway. I'm just going to close all the, well actually I'm going to delete all my history real quick. Blair browsing data.
I'll be back in a couple minutes. I gotta.
Okay, no problem. And guys, I'm using Chrome, so if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just deleting my cache and cookies in here because I think that may be what's kind of slowing everything down, is I may have too many windows open and I'm trying to do too many things and it's just getting confused. So I'm just going to clear that out of there.
Came back. Over here. Are you here, Samantha? Guess we lost her. Okay.
Okay, computer, anytime now. Are we back?
Yeah.
Or do we still
Anybody
have...
else out there hear us? Just say yes in the chat if you see us, hear us.
Reconnecting. You stayed on though, right?
I stayed on, then I went off and came back because
Okay.
that the video call ended or something. I don't know.
Well, that'd be a bummer if it went completely away. Let's see if I can get the page open. Get the live page open. There he is. Oh, there's Cherry. Cool. Okay, so you guys see us again, and we just pop back up on there. Cool. That was a little wonky, right? Of course, that's what I get for messing with my browser. Okay, so anyway, guys, sorry about that. And let me get back over to
What do we
screen.
have left? Just the autoresponders? Because I got to run soon. So
Yeah, that's fine. The only thing I have left is just to show them how to make a message in the autoresponder, and that's it.
Okay.
And then we'll be done. So if you got to go, that's fine.
Yeah. I'll just hop off if I have to. I have a few more minutes.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to do this and get logged back into IC. Okay, and back to our autoresponder. Manage autoresponder messages and create new message. Okay, so hopefully it will work this time when we go do the HTML. There we go. Okay, so see how sometimes you just gotta clear out your computer and say, all right, computer, apparently you've had too much to do today and you're getting confused. Okay, so obviously you want this to be, whatever this is going to be your first message that goes out, and I've gone ahead and prepared one over here. And actually, I can't remember what actually, hold on just a second. I'm going to look for the name of, actually, I'm just going to do this. We'll go simple, okay? Welcome to Ingresso Cybernetico. Or welcome to my Ingresso Cybernetico team. Welcome to my Ingresso Cybernetico team. Or it could be welcome to the team or whatever you want it to be, okay? Now, I'm going to show you a really super, in my opinion, this is like the quickest, easiest way to create a message versus going in here and typing all of this out and editing and this and that and the other, is I just create my message in a Word document. And I put the picture in here and everything. I just highlight that whole thing, copy it, and paste that bad boy on in there. And what'll happen is it'll automatically bring the links over, and sometimes it'll even bring the picture over. I don't know why it didn't bring the picture over this time, but it has done that for me before where it just brings the picture over. But either way, once you get your text in there, and this is the great thing about doing it in a Word document, is then you save your Word document and then you have that message as a record in case something happens to your autoresponder. All you have to do is just copy it from your Word document and stick it back in here again. But either way, if it doesn't bring the links over, then you're just going to highlight whatever text you want to make a link, and you're going to click on this little link button, and it's going to pop up this little window. And it's going to pop up this little window. Come on, computer. Why are you making me look silly? Okay. It's being glitchy. Okay, well, normally you just highlight your text, you click on this little link button, and it gives you the option to just type your URL in there. And then you click OK, and then it sets the link. If it's not working, like I said, if you create it in a Word document, you can just do the same thing over here. Is you can highlight this in your Word document, click on a link, and type your link in there. Let's go with google.com and apply it. Close. See now how it's a link in your Word document? Then you can just copy it and stick it in there, and it makes it a link. See how that works? So if for whatever reason your autoresponder is acting glitchy like mine is, know that you can create it in a Word document and copy it and paste it over here. It will all it'll all show up with your links and everything. Okay. So anyway, this message, I think I just copied. No, I didn't. I just kind of made this up and said, hey, welcome to the team. I'm your success coach. If you got any questions, I'm here to I'm here to help you. Connect with me on Facebook so I can add you to the group. I mean, that's basically what this message says. But I'll post this in the Files tab in the Facebook group so you can copy it. You can personalize it however you want, and that can be your first message. And if you can get this to work so that you can insert a picture, I encourage you to put your picture in here. Let's see if that'll pop up. There. Okay, see, this is what it's supposed to look like. Okay. Now, in order to use the image thing in here, is you actually have to have your image hosted someplace else, so like on PhotoBucket or your image on Facebook or whatever. So if I want to get my image from Facebook, then I'm just going to go over to my Facebook page, click on my profile picture, and then I'm going to right-click on that picture and copy the image URL. And then I'm going to jump back over here and put image URL here. Okay, and then I'm going to click on Insert. Oh, cancel. It wants you to put an image description in here, so I'm just going to put my name. Insert. Okay, and so as you can see, now my image shows up in here in the email. Okay. Any questions about creating the message so far?
Nothing at the moment.
Okay. Now, down here at the bottom where it says message interval, okay, if this is your first message, you want it to go out 0 days after they opt in, because you want it to go out as soon as they opt in, okay? When you're creating follow-up messages, you want to remember that this goes out the number of days after the person has opted in, not the number of days after the last message, okay? So if you want it to go out the day after they opted in, then set it for 1. If you want it to go 2 days after they opted in, then set it for 2. And then, of course, you want to go ahead and click on track links so that it'll show up. If people click on your links in there, they have like a report someplace that you can look at to see if people are actually clicking the links in your email message. And then I always test the email to see what it's going to look like. So if I put this in here, let's see, I'm not sure which email I'm logged into. We'll try this one. Send a test email. It'll say it's been sent, then you can go log into your email and make sure you received it. And you're not logged in. Okay, hold on. Let me use a different one. I don't remember the password for this one, so that's why I'm going to use a different one. We'll send another test. Okay, so one thing that you'll notice is that sometimes these messages are going to end up in the junk file. And, you know, if that's the case, then you may change your email address change the sender email address and try something different. Does that make sense? So if I'm going to go ahead and save this real quick. I'm going to save this message by clicking on Create New Message. Okay, so we know that it's actually going to end up getting sent. Let's look and make sure that it looks the way that we expect it to. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like on here. Oh, I want to make sure, since it landed in my junk file, I want to let my email know it's saved. Okay, so now we actually see what it looks like. Okay, now one reason that this is showing up here where it says play video is because I linked in my message, I linked to have them go watch a video that I created. See where it says click here for a welcome message from me? I linked this to a welcome video that I created. Now you can do that or you don't have to. It's completely up to you. But either way, this helps you see how big the text is, what it's actually going to look like. You can check and make sure that your links all work the way you expect them to. So I linked them to Facebook so that it does go to Facebook. And again, this one is another link for them to go to Facebook. And then this one is the video message, so if they go there. So I'm just checking to make sure everything in my message works the way I expect it to.
Does that actual Magic Responder logo thing come up when it goes to people?
Yeah.
Because I've seen some people sending from Magic Responder and that's not there, and I'm wondering how to not have that be there.
Away. I don't know. I haven't played around with it too much to figure that out.
Yeah, I'll ask the person that I saw who sent it from there that didn't have that.
And it's possible that maybe they have chosen a different template. Let's look real quick. That actually isn't what I need to do. I don't need to edit the message. I need to create another message and see. I know if you choose just a, well, I don't know. I mean, imagine if you choose just a plain text, it probably won't have all that. But over here, it like has all these different templates you can choose from if you want it to look different. And if you choose that, let's see if it shows up. Yeah, it's not bringing it up, so I don't know. I haven't played around with that too much.
It's okay, I'll check it out later.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so where am I at with all this? Anybody have any questions so far while I'm trying to regather my thoughts and remember where we are?
Nothing.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember. Okay. Yeah, okay, so do you have any questions about creating the first message as far as that goes. Because the other thing I was going to talk about is why it might end up in the spam folder.
Nothing.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back over to, let's go back to Autoresponder, and we're going to edit our campaign. So for some reason or another, the email that I used for the sender email, somehow or another, my email of sender, the Sam at successwithsamantha.com, is going into the spam folder. I don't know why. Maybe I've sent enough messages out with that as a sender that it's just getting marked as spam. Who knows? But I'm going to change it to something different and see if that makes any difference. So I'm going to use, let's see, let's use this one. And this is just in your edit campaign area where we first created a campaign. Save campaign. Then let's go back to our email message again and send it. Dang it, quit doing that. Manage messages. Go into the edit message again. And as you can see, when you go to edit the message, it's got all the HTML code in there. But either way, we can do a test email again. Actually, we should probably send it to another email since I marked that one anyway. Well, no, it won't matter. Let's do that since it's coming from a different email address. Okay, so see, that time it showed up in my main inbox instead of in the junk mail. So sometimes that just what the email address that you're using as the sender email in your in the main campaign setup can make the difference between it landing in your junk file or in people's junk email or in their main inbox or being blocked entirely. So I know that that's probably not talked about a lot in the industry. People don't really share that information, but that's something that I've learned, and it's pretty important because you want your messages obviously to land up in people's inbox versus their spam folder. Okay, so guys, that's it for this one. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them. I'm going to hang out here for just a little bit longer. Let me get back over to our page and you can see me again.
Terry put one, so if your test message goes to your own spam folder, that means it's going to other people's spam folder. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very likely.
Yep.
So if you can fix it and get it going to your own inbox without going to your spam folder, and I would test it in a couple of different ones. Test it in your Gmail account. Test it in your live mail account. You know, just the first time you create a campaign. And if it keeps going into the junk folder, like I said, creating your own domain name through GoDaddy and getting that free email address with them is going to be a real powerful way to make sure that your email address is unique and has not been used before. And, you know, like I was saying with mine, the Sam at successwithsamantha.com, I've been using that one for a while. I was using that as my main email sender for my Aweber account for the past couple of years, and so it could just be that that particular email address is not performing as well as what it used to, so I've just used a different one. And you know, I mean, right now you can go to Google and create 1,000 different Gmail accounts if you want to. It just takes registering for it. You know, sure, it takes you a few minutes to do it, but it's worth it in the long run. So
yeah.
That's it. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and post them in there. I'm going to just hang out here for a couple more minutes just to make sure it all gets all caught up, or that the webinar catches up, or the comments catch up with the webinar, however you want to say that.
Everything catches up.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if you have questions after this, just post them in the group, and I'd be happy to to answer them. If you've got suggestions for future trainings, if you need help figuring anything out, just let us know. We'll either do it on Sandy's Tuesday night training, or and I'm not going to do this on Sundays generally. I just couldn't do it yesterday. I'll probably do it on noonish, or sometime between noon and 3 Eastern on Saturdays instead of Sundays. So
yeah,
that way anybody that can't make it during the week has an option for weekend training. And of course all these will be posted in the group as replays and all that kind of thing. So
yeah.
that's pretty much it.
I think this Tuesday I'll probably go over how to talk to our prospects on Facebook, do a little bit more of script training, and I'll keep you posted on the time. I think we still have the presidential one this week, right?
Yeah, I think this is the last week for the 8-week training on that. And I just want to remind everybody, as soon as Smart Order goes live, which I think is going live tomorrow, get set up on that. All it is basically automatic renewal of your $25 a month subscription, and you'll get 20,000 email subscribers in your autoresponder. And I don't know how long they're going to keep that bonus up. That's a huge bonus.
Yeah.
So definitely do it.
Get it.
Yep, it's automatically being recorded, Nancy, and we will be posting the link to it in the group. And of course, after this ends, you'll probably get an automatic response from Cybernetico Live with a link to the replay page as well, since you've registered. So there'll be that too. But either way, we'll post it in the group so you'll have it. And
I posted a link already. There's a couple IC trainings today, so I posted one in the group. I'll post the other one a little bit later. So also, check your news in your back office if you don't get their emails from IC. Just because there's trainings like every day, webinars every day to keep us updated. So.
Yep, absolutely. Well, if you guys got value from this, you felt like it was helpful, post in the group and just say, hey, we liked it. It was helpful. Give us a shout out. You know.
Awesome training. Cool. Thanks, Samantha.
Okay, guys. So that's it for today, and have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll just see you on Tuesday night, or we'll see you in the group. Bye for now.
Ciao.